Let's see. What's the purpose of going to church?
Things that make you say,
To learn about your faith,
it's true.
strengthen your faith,
You are correct, sir.
communicate with others about your faith,
That is true.
and the sermon for that day.
Kyle, your facts are starting to piss me off.
But say you're the President of the United States. What's the last thing that you want to hear while you're in church? Being politically lectured to.
Are you retarded?
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this. Whoever recommended a church to the president should be fired.
Brilliant!
But, so what's next? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jasper Gonzo, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Wednesday. Me, I'm a little bit under the weather, so the tone of my voice is, deeper than usual. But anyway, I might just get off one video today because of the way I feel right now. I may not be able to muster the strength for another, but anywho. When you go to church, like I said in my intro, when you go to church, what is the purpose of going there? Learn about your faith, strengthen it, get guidance, communicate with others about your faith. What is the sermon for that day and how it affects your life and how you can walk with it daily and use it? But say you're the sitting president of the United States who just literally took the oath of office for the second time. And you're sitting there along with your VP and your wives. What's the last thing that you want to hear when you're in church? Any guesses? If you said politically lectured to, then you would be correct. And that's exactly what happened when Trump and J.D. Vance showed up at church one day. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Trump on woke Episcopal priestess. That's good. At National Prayer Service, not too exciting. But we'll hear from his comments in a little bit. President Donald Trump briefly reacted to the woke Episcopal priestess who delivered remarks at the National Prayer Service, using the opportunity to assert that many alphabet people, including children, fear for their lives. Oh no. Reporters caught up with Trump as he returned to the White House, asking the president what he thought of the service. What did you think, Trump? What do you think? Trump was asked, did you like it? Did you find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it? But we'll hear that in a little bit. The question came after an anti-Trump Episcopal Bishop of D.C., yes, a bishop, Marianne Budd, used her platform at the National Prayer Service to go on a woke rant, prompting looks from VP J.D. Vance, which are absolute gold. Quote, in the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon people in our country who are scared now, Budd said, asserting that there are alphabet individuals, including children, who now fear for their lives. Quote, they're gay, lesbian, trans, in the Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives, she claimed, before pleading on mercy on illegal immigrants as well. Yeah, she decided to just throw that in there as well. During her remarks, she claimed that the vast majority of illegal immigrants are not criminals, even though you cross the border illegally to enter this country. No, that's not illegal at all. She continued, and the people who pick our crops, clean our office buildings, who labor our poultry farms, meat packing plants, wash dishes after we eat in restaurants, and work at the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens and have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. No, of course not. But let's hear from the wonderful priestess herself.
Let me make one final plea.
Of course.
Mr. President, millions have put their trust in you.
Of course. He's going to get singled
And
out.
as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God.
Pardon me.
In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent
The
families.
look on J.D. Vance is
Some who fear for their lives.
masterpiece.
And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and
Trump
meat
rolling
packing
his
plants,
eyes.
who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals.
As Breitbart News reported, Bud has a history of anti-Trump rhetoric. Bud has a history of attacking Trump after St. John's Episcopal Church, which is one of Bud's churches, was set ablaze during the Black Lives Matter protests. Yes, those lovely, peaceful protests of 2020. Remember those? The Summer of Love? Yes, over $5 billion in damages. Cops shot. People ended. People got thrown out of their houses. Stores burned. But you go about your day. At the time, Bud expressed outrage over Trump but not for the fire that reportedly inflicted $20,000 of damage on the church. In June of 2020, she also told ABC News, "I've given up on speaking to President Trump," adding, "We need to replace President Trump." Trump on Monday signed a variety of executive orders, one of which is defending women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth to the federal government. That executive order aims to protect women and children from woke gender ideology, restoring the reality of biological sex, and remains unclear if Bud's plea, or at least in part, was prompted by such actions. The erasure of sex and language policy and corrosive impact is not just on women, but on the validity of the entire American system-based federal policy on truth and critical scientific inquiry, public safety, morale, and trust in government itself. Trump's order reads in part. But you came for Trump's reaction, you're going to get it.
Mr. President, what did you think of the sermon? What did you think of the sermon? What did you think of the sermon?
What did you think? You like it? You find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it? I did think it was a good service, Tom. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
You might have caught that the majority basically said he was not impressed. My thoughts. He could have went worse. He could have went into the Rolodex, for all you old heads out there. And he could have went a little bit more savage, but he took the higher ground. 2016 Donald Trump? Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He would have just roasted that priestess. Excuse me. But anyway, as also I said in my intro, whoever, recommended this church, did not vet too well about the priestess and her past comments and nonsense in regards to Donald Trump. But this is what happens. Wokeism is everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. It's everywhere. It's like a cancer. And the only way to get rid of the cancer, you got to cut it out. And a number of executive orders that he signed on that day, on Monday, were to do just that. But I thought when I first saw the clip on X late yesterday, I was laughing. It was hilarious, especially J.D. Vance's look that he was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then Trump just rolled his eyes going, "Again, are you fucking kidding me? I came here to hear the good word, and you're basically politically, grandstanding, on your bully pulpit." So absolutely ridiculous. That's what happens when you go to a woke church. Now, had he went to a truly Christian church, even a Protestant church, I think things might have been a little bit different. Just saying. Recommendation, next time, if this gets after Trump and Vance, hey, you may want to try a different church. Just saying. But with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.